Rated R Films' Logan and Deadpool raked in millions, and Warner Brothers is paying attention. Could they make an R-rated DC Universe film? I'm Joe Starr. This is ScreenJunkies News. Recently, a well-placed insider at Warner Brothers and DC Films said that the studio is more than willing to explore making an R-rated DC Universe superhero movie. They said, and quote, 100% yes, with the right characters. I'm listening, and here to talk to me about it is Adam Hlavik. Hey, buddy.
Hey, sir.
Hey there. Now, obviously, this kind of falls under that category of people asking actors if they want to be in a superhero movie.
Right.
Like, yes, I like money.
Yeah, money's good.
Yeah, so obviously no one's ever going to say no to something like that. But let's pretend that, hey, this is kind of cool, juicy news, and let's chat about it, because there's a lot of cool Warner Brothers and DC characters that could use that Deadpool, Logan treatment. So is like a rated R film necessary for what Warner Brothers is building?
I don't think it's. I think right now I don't think it's necessary. It should also be said that this isn't the first time that DC would potentially make rated R movies. You know, they did Watchmen. They've done other adaptations that are rated R. So it's not like it's some new territory for them. But I think for the first time in the DCEU, definitely new territory. Do I think it's necessary right now? No. Do I think that in the future that should be a consideration for maybe sequels or for certain characters? Absolutely. I mean, if you feel like the story would be better told with an R rating, giving you more flexibility, then I don't see what the problem would be.
Well, you mentioned, characters and the right story. What are some DC characters you think could actually benefit from sort of a Deadpool Logan treatment?
I think the go-to for a lot of people is Batman, and not for the fact to see Batman necessarily kill people,
which we already see.
Which we have seen, but I think you can get into a lot more the deep psychology of Batman and kind of the universe that he inhabits. One of my favorite movies is Seven, directed by David Fincher with Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman. To me, that story, kind of like how it's played out, I think is a great foundation for a Riddler movie. Yeah, I think it would be really cool to see a Riddler done in that sort of a style where it's very dark and it's really all like a matter of playing games with somebody's mind. Could you do a PG-13? Yes, absolutely. You totally could. But I think maybe you'd have a little more of a wider boundary if you had the opportunity to do things with an R rating.
Right on. So Batman, more well-known. Is there anybody sort of a little more like Deadpool that's a little more like off the beaten path?
Sure. I mean, there's plenty. John Constantine, they did a version of it with Keanu Reeves. Not that good of a movie. He also had a TV series that lasted one season on NBC.
With a few cameos on old Arrow there.
Exactly. And, he's part of a bigger universe as well. He's got Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing, I think, could be an awesome R-rated movie.
That could be horrifying.
Absolutely, completely horrifying. I mean, it's a character that comes from the depths of water who's just this nasty, big old green, slimy Swamp Thing. I mean, that in itself, that's like a horror movie waiting to happen. Another one, even Aquaman. I mean, you look at, they got James Wan, someone who directed The Conjuring, that's absolutely ridiculously crazy horror movie. Really, really well done. And there's a run in the New 52 called The Trench, which when you read it and you look at the visual style, it feels very horror. So I think in a sequel, you could kind of double down on that. But I think at first you have to really establish these characters
and see who they are before you can kind of stretch the legs on that. So do you think there's a danger of just sort of following a trend of trying to pump out sort of R-rated superhero movies? Do you think that there's a misdiagnosis of it's rated R, let's go? Or are people do you think studios could miss the larger point of Deadpool and Logan are just well-told stories that kind of happen to be R?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think Warner Brothers is very aware of the trends, and I think they're very aware of kind of what the critical response to their movies have been. So I think while they are open to making movies based on, tertiary characters and taking risks maybe with rated R properties or rated R movies, I think for them, they're really trying to figure out, like, when can we do this? How would it work? Let's not try to take advantage of it. That's what I would at least hope that they're trying to do. And I think, again, it's very particular stories. Like Logan and Deadpool are R-rated because they're so specific to what they are.
Yeah, those stories really kind of call
exactly. So I don't think they're definitely not going to go all in and be like, we're making everything in the second phase of DCEU R.
Right.
That would be crazy. You're going to alienate a huge part of your audience.
Right. Well, Adam, thanks for hanging out and chatting with me. And I hope we get a little bit of our Swamp Thing.
Hey, man, look, I'm down for DC movies being diverse with the ratings and all the characters. Give us a Swamp Thing horror movie. Why not? I think it'd be really fun.
You want to go see it with me?
Let's hold hands.
It's a day.
Yay!
I've been sick. You should wash your hands. Internet, we want to know, what DC characters do you guys think should get an R-rated movie? Let us know in the comments. Be nice to each other. Treat each other like human beings. Click over here for more internet. Make sure to subscribe to Screen Junkies News. Bye.